Good day everyone, my name is Jonathan Bueno from Peer Tutor Society and I'm here to talk about subqueries. So very quickly, what are subqueries? Well, let's break it one by one. What are queries muna? Well, queries are normal SQL statements like this. You see on the right interface here, we can see the contents of each table, and then if I run this SQL, it should output the customer table. So this is what a normal query looks like. Now, what are subqueries? As the name suggests, subqueries are queries within queries. What do I mean by that? There are, I think, two main uses of subqueries, or at least two ways to use subqueries, and let me just start by the first one, which is a subquery within the select statement. How does that work? This is the syntax of a subquery. Select, let's say I want to select the minimum age of all customers. And then let's put an alias there called min age. If I run this, it should display all fields of customers as well as a min aggregate to its side. Now let's try running it. We see that that's exactly what happened. So to the right side of the table, we can see that min age is appended because this subquery returned this value. Now let's try running this subquery alone to give a better view of what's happening. So this is what the subquery returns. It returns one single value, and then that value is appended to every record in the table. Well, not really appended, more like displayed to every record of the table using this query. Now, another use of subqueries is subqueries inside where statements. So what does that look like? I have a sample example here that utilizes subqueries. So let's say we want to select all fields from customers plus, actually this is what we already tackled, so let's get rid of that, and then I think this is the appropriate scenario. So I want to select items that have been ordered by customers from the USA. We see in this table that the orders table contains the items and the item name, or rather the item name column. So we definitely want to get the orders table in the query. Now that we have the items that have been ordered by customers, how can we filter customers from the USA? If we look closely in the orders table, we can see that customers ID, or rather the customer ID of the customer that executed the order, is appended to the record. So that means that we can relate the customer ID from there. I think we can use inner joins in this case, but let's try using subqueries. So how will we do that? O.customer ID. So this returns this column, and then the keyword in represents that we must only display records that have the customer ID, which is inside of this subquery. Let me just construct the subquery. Okay, so let's stop there muna. So this is the subquery. We want to get customers only from the USA. So how are we going to do that? We do a where clause. Where clause. Let's add a alias here. So c.country is equal to USA. And then let's change the select c.customer ID. Before I execute this, let's how am I supposed to do this? Actually, let's execute this, and then I'll tell you about how this subquery works. So let's try it. We only want items, so o.items. There. So we see that keyboard and mousepad has been ordered by at least one customer that is from the USA. So let's try checking if that's true. Keyboard, how many keyboard sales did we have? 2. One is from customer ID 4. 4 is not from the US. However, this record contains customer ID 1, which is from the US. So that's right. And then mousepad ordered by customer ID number 2, which is from the USA. We see that this subquery works. And then if we execute it alone, okay. If we execute it alone, you can see that customer ID is 1 and 2. Basically, we're saying that we need to display orders.item where the customer ID of that particular record is inside of this set of values. I think this should work. Yeah. So the subquery returns 2 values, and then it checks if the customer ID is inside of those 2 values. So I think that wraps it up for my presentation and discussion regarding subqueries. So if you have any more questions, feel free to message me or message the page or reach out to anyone who you might know. So thank you so much and have a great day.